EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 17-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, here's Mostert again. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Lance looking to throw it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On play action, Lance. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. off the play fake. Mon. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Mon now off of play action. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Mostert. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Shotgun now for Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a short gain here, down to the 22. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Lance now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here. Mon. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air, Mond. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Mond looks to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Mond out of the shotgun. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Clement. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Drop deep. Mike 7. Check. Mike 7.
From the gun, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Check safety. Shift.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Push him back. 26.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And they'll go for it. Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mon. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 50 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Second down, here's Mostert again. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And now off to the races, down the right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 74 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
26 man, 26 man. 6 man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. 26 man, 26 man. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And some space here. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnover.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, now it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Lance. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Once again, it's Mostert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 86 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On first down, it's Cook. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Mon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Mon looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Mon going to throw it. The quick slant caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Lance now on 1st down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Not much there, only a yard.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
57.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run here with Clement. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mon. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over. A few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run with Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Working from the gun, Lance. Got an open man, it's QT. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Throwing now is Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.